Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
So this week has been rough. It's been a little rough.
Now at 6, a convicted murderer is getting released. What the victim's daughter wants him to keep in mind.
Plus, COVID-19 mandates, how one local hospital employee is taking a stand against these requirements. And
I just really want to thank him. I feel like he was my angel sent from God.
Lucky to be alive, the stranger who went above and beyond to help after a terrifying crash. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lindsay Ward.
And I'm John Carlin. A convicted killer will soon be free nearly 3 decades after shooting a Wythe County deputy.
10 News reporter Annie Schroeder spoke to his daughter, who, although frustrated by the release, is choosing to focus on the legacy he leaves behind.
Carla Turman will never forget the day she learned of her father's death.
It was not easy to process. Unfortunately, I did know that, you know, when a state trooper appears at your door and wants to talk to you, it's not good news.
Turman's father, Cliff Dicker, was a deputy for the Wythe County Sheriff's Office in 1994 when he was shot and killed by Christopher Sean Wheeler. Wheeler was 15 at the time, but was tried as an adult. He's being held at the Green Rock Correctional Facility and is set to be released next week.
This week has been rough. It's been a little rough. I've, tried to focus on Dad's life, not on his death.
Wheeler was sentenced to 43 years, but due to former state guidelines, has served enough time to be eligible for probation. We've
been preparing for that. The victim services with the Department of Corrections, they keep in touch with us, trying to prepare us for him being released.
Turman spent the better part of the last 26 years fighting to keep Wheeler behind bars and advocating for victims' families in similar circumstances, all to honor her late father.
We keep him alive through memories and pictures.
And just days before Deputy Cliff Dicker's killer is set to be released, Turman wants to share a message with the man who killed her father.
I truly hope that he changes, or he has changed, and that he is able to be a good citizen and not end up back in prison. That really is my hope and my prayer for him.
Annie Schroeder, 10 News, working for you.
New measures amid rising COVID cases. Today, Virginia Tech announced vaccinations will now be required for all university employees. There are exemptions for medical reasons and sincerely held religious beliefs. The shot was already mandated for students returning to campus.
People in Lynchburg are taking a stand after Centra Health announced it will mandate the vaccine for caregivers. 10 News reporter Courtney Waukee joins us live after speaking with a woman who started this petition against the requirement. Courtney?
Thanks, John. By November 1st, all of the caregivers at Centra Health are going to be required to be fully vaccinated. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a student, a volunteer, a contractor, it's all the same. Centra says that if you refuse, you will get a 2-week suspension and then afterwards could be fired. Now, Judy Lynn Tomlin has many family members and friends that work at Centra. It's why she's created a petition to collect signatures and give caregivers like her loved ones a voice. Centra says they are aware of the petition and that it's something they were prepared for. The hospital says it's considering offering incentives such as bonuses to keep the staff they need. But those like Tomlin say no incentive is worth backing down from your beliefs.
There is a wall that we should have around us and our medical decisions, and the wall should be impenetrable. It should be unscalable, and your employer is only allowed in if you let them.
Now, there are a number of health systems right in our area that aren't going with a vaccine mandate, but Centra said this is what they felt would keep everyone the safest. Now, I did just check that petition. It is online. They have over 2,000 signatures, and you can find links to that on WSLS.com. Reporting live tonight in Lynchburg, Courtney Lockey, 10 News, working for you.
Roanoke Mayor Sherman Lee focused on overcoming the pandemic during the annual State of the City address this morning, but that's not the only challenge he wanted to address. Efforts to combat gun violence are top of mind after more than 40 shootings this year alone. He also wants to improve staff shortages through salary increases at the police department.
We must hire more officers to restore our police department to its full complement so it can function to the highest capacity.
Mayor Lee also promised regular updates on efforts to prevent shootings.
Turning now to the forecast, the hot and muggy conditions are back.
Yeah, they're continuing out there. As Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich explains, we're also tracking scattered storms as well.
We are, and they're going to linger into the evening, at least through mid-evening before they start to dissipate around here. What I want to show you is the radar. Notice that all this is moving to the east at a clip of around about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Higher concentration right now in the mountains than what you're seeing out, say, towards the Piedmont. Have some heavier downpours right along the Bath and Allegheny County line, with that rain spreading a little bit closer to areas, say, near Eagle Rock and Botetourt County. Areas, say, near Simmonsville and Craig County, over towards, say, Catawba and Roanoke County, seeing some moderate rain showers as well. Heavy rain and a couple of thunderstorms in Patrick County into extreme eastern parts of Carroll County, spreading north into areas near Radford, over towards, say, Bland, south into areas near Wytheville, even into Elk Creek, seeing some moderate to heavy rain as well. We're going to continue again to have this chance for some rain here as we head throughout the course of about the next maybe 2 to 4 hours or so. If you're heading to the pool, want to tell you that we're going to see more rain and thunderstorms heading into tomorrow. Okay, so on Friday, we're going to have more scattered showers and thunderstorms developing. Friday looks wetter than the weekend. Saturday, Sunday look better. Okay, there will be a few showers or thunder showers on Saturday. On Sunday, it looks like we're mainly dry, and yes, we're staying hot all weekend long. So not a bad weekend at all this weekend to head to the pool. Lindsay.
Thank you, Jeff. One woman is counting her blessings after this car crash in Lynchburg. Take a look at this picture. New at 6, 10 News reporter Tim Harfman tells us how a good Samaritan stepped in, and now the woman wants to thank him for his selfless actions.
Shannon Watts says her Nissan Rogue is totaled, and it's a total miracle she's walking away from this accident with minor injuries.
It was through the grace of God that I did walk out of that. The paramedics and the city police officer said I should not have walked out.
Shannon says she was driving across Enterprise Drive when her vehicle was hit and overturned right here. Suddenly, this busy Lynchburg roadway seemed to become a highway to hell, and Shannon was living on a prayer.
The angels of God was traveling with me that day.
And that's when a bystander swooped in.
He was like, okay, what's your name? And I told him, and he's like, Shannon, I'm going to break the window so I can get, so you can see me.
The Forest resident says the man broke the glass window and slashed the airbag.
He was right there talking to me, calming me down, trying to, like tell me to breathe, because of course I was extremely upset and nervous and just shaken, and he held my hand the entire time.
The entire time until medics arrived. That's when her guardian angel flew off.
He was gone, and I just really want to thank him. I feel like he was my angel sent from God.
She describes him as a middle-aged man wearing a light green t-shirt and shorts. Other than that, it's a blur.
I saw his face, but I don't remember at this point exactly what he looked like.
Now she's praying to meet him face to face one more time. In Lynchburg, Tim Harfman, 10 News, working for you.
And a special honor after a devastating fire. The Roanoke City Sheriff's Office recognized Master Deputy Palmer with a certificate of commendation this morning. We're told he helped evacuate tenants during that large apartment fire at the Summit earlier this month. 10 units were damaged, but his heroic actions that day saved lives. Coming up, a clean alternative, the one challenge the state is facing while making school buses more environmentally friendly.
Plus, flooding across the East Coast, the devastation left behind after remnants of Fred.
WSLS 10 News, the proud winner of 2 2021 Emmy Awards for Best Daytime Newscast and Best Evening Newscast.
More electric and propane school buses are coming to the region. Today, the governor announced more than $10 million in grants toward the replacement of diesel engines to reduce the amount of carbon pollution. He also addressed concerns about the bus driver shortage.
It's really a workers market, and workers are out there shopping. A lot of them are being trained and retrained, going into different careers. And so, yes, employers need to step up and know that it's competitive and pay these individuals to do the work that they do.
Locally, Bedford and Montgomery counties will receive money for electric buses, with Halifax County getting more for propane.
And Roanoke City's back-to-school extravaganza needs volunteers in order to help students prepare for the upcoming school year. This Saturday, thousands of Roanoke City students will get all the supplies they need at Patrick Henry High School. And thanks to Fleet Feet and Project Forward, those who qualify will also be getting a free pair of shoes.
We need people to help put shoes and socks on kids' feet, and then also help pick up recycling, because shoe boxes have a lot of recycling, and so it's going to take a huge community effort.
For information on how you can sign up, just go to WSLS.com.
And you are looking at a live picture from our Poor Mountain Sky Cam. You're seeing some breaks of sunshine, but off in the distance, you can also see some rain shields coming across the mountains. A beautiful sight on top of Poor Mountain. You can see so much weather on top of it usually. Sometimes it's fogged in, though. When that happens, you can't see much. But today, not so much. We're actually seeing a lot of weather taking place looking to the north and to the west. Your full forecast is coming up.
Remnants of Fred led to downed trees and power outages here at home.
Yeah, take a look at the video you see between us here. The severe weather turned deadly. This is in western North Carolina. Look how bad that is. Destructive flooding and mudslides have devastated parts of the state. 2 people drowned overnight in Haywood County, and 20 others are still missing.
Roughly 500 families are without homes, and countless businesses are struggling as first responders continue to search for survivors.
The destruction and the damage that they have seen is crippling.
The search and rescue efforts are not stopping until we know where people are, or we've been able to find somebody.
Much of the Northeast also saw heavy rain and strong winds, prompting flash flood and tornado warnings.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
More scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. You'll notice some towards Patrick County, moving to the east 20 to 25 miles per hour. We'll push these into HENRI County within about the next 20 to 40 minutes. You'll notice also heavier downpours out across other parts of the New River Valley, including for you folks in Pearisburg, over towards perhaps areas near Pembroke, south into Pulaski near the high school, over towards Radford, soon over towards Christiansburg, lighter showers right now, but within about the next 10 minutes, your rain is certainly going to pick up. Among the roads impacted by heavy rain, Interstate 81, Highway 11, Highway 114, Highway 100, Highway 42, and Highway 61. Let's show you what we're seeing here on Future Tracker, and the rain showers and thunderstorms will eventually start to taper off for us here as we head into the latter part of the evening. As we head into the overnight, then some patchy fog will form. Friday, maybe a few showers to start the day, but a better chance for more rain and thunderstorms will come into play into the afternoon and evening. I think the rain starts in earnest around noon tomorrow. Then we're going to see it lingering around dinner time, where we could have a couple of stronger thunderstorms. We're still looking at the rain holding on through about 9-10 o'clock tomorrow evening, after which we're going to slowly dry things out. Saturday looks to be much calmer. May still have some lingering clouds Saturday morning, but by Saturday afternoon, we're going to see more sunshine, and we're also likely going to be pretty dry. So your storm threats here through Friday, showing the chance for localized flooding there, okay? Keep in mind, ground saturated. We're going to pick up on some heavier downpours here for about the next 2 to 4 hours, and then again as we head into Friday afternoon and Friday evening. So we're going to have to watch that closely. Can't rule out a storm or two producing some localized wind damage, but that threat's pretty low. There's not going to be a tornado, and I don't think there's going to be any hail in any of those storms as well. Want to take you into the tropics. Here's the latest on HENRI. Tropical storm, winds of 65 miles per hour, moving west to 10. It is expected to go in between Bermuda and the U.S., maybe make a landfall close to Cape Cod here as we head into this weekend, and then head up towards the maritime provinces of Canada by next week. We are going to see a little bit of an impact here because this upper level disturbance that's overhead right now is going to kind of push some of that moisture inland for us. Tracking HENRI, you'll notice that areas in green, that's where you have sinking air and less wind or less rain. On the right side, that's where you have severe weather and or flooding. Notice it looks like most of this storm is going to stay when it impacts the United States on the left side, which will mean some rain and wind for sure, but the worst of the storm should stay offshore. Now, as the storm moves up towards New England, we're going to have a flow that will bring us more heat. So we are looking at temperatures this weekend likely climbing to near 90, if not a little above. One of the other things we're going to be watching is a threat for rip currents, and the rip current threat is very, very high from Wrightsville Beach north into Cape Hatteras. So if you're heading to the beaches this weekend, please bear that in mind. There will be some rip currents. 69 in Wytheville because you're seeing some rain, 83 though in Roanoke, 82 in Lynchburg, still 90 in South Boston. Showers may linger into this evening, overnight lows 63 to 71. Tomorrow, more heavy downpours possible, especially after lunchtime. Highs in the higher elevations in the 70s, everybody else in the 80s. We're looking at highs anywhere between about 89 and 94 from Saturday through Wednesday. We are going to turn drier Sunday through Tuesday. Hit or miss thunder showers Wednesday and Thursday. Brooke?
Thanks, Jeff. Coming up in sports, a Virginia Tech Hokie back for his 7th season, and our camp tour rolls on to North Cross.
And now, the Freedom First Sports Desk.
We are just 8 days away from opening our high school football season, and our First and 10 camp tour continues on, checking in with the 2019 VISAA Division II champions. North Cross was one of the handful of teams able to have somewhat of a normal fall season in 2020. Although they only played 4 games, they put up big numbers, winning every one, and had a complete offseason, creating a bit of normalcy for the Raiders, who are back stronger and faster after 9 months.
We graduated some really good players the last 2 years, so we have a lot of guys in new roles. But they've been around the program, so they understand how we do things, and that's good. It's helped us go really fast in camp. We've had a really good productive camp so far.
Across the board, our receiving core is looking great. Some really good height, and some new guys on the offensive line I think are really going to help step up. Defense, I think our defensive line is going to be solid. Raleigh Cundiff, he was one of the leaders in the nation in sacks in his sophomore year, and now he's a senior. So I can't wait to see what he can do.
North Cross opens their season next Friday at Nansemond Suffolk Academy. Fall camp is some of the hardest preseason training any football player goes through. Most players only have to endure the long tiring days for 4 or 5 years. It's a bit of a different story for Hokies Tyrell Smith, who is entering his 7th year at Virginia Tech. The right tackle enrolled at Virginia Tech in January of 2014, making appearances in nearly every game before an injury sidelined him in 2019. He returns to the field in 2020, playing mostly on punt coverage, but his leadership and experience is something the Hokies admire, and were excited when he returned for 2021.
When Juice came back, shoot, the whole team room erupted when he came back, and it was exciting. You know, I love Juice. He was my mentor when I first came in, so we've been like this the entire time.
Being that I have seen it all, I kind of know what direction like some things are going in, if things are feeling a certain way. So just being able to speak up in certain situations can help those guys, and just being there for the younger guys who haven't seen a lot yet because they don't know any better. So just being there for them.
All right, news and notes. The ACC announced today that if a team isn't able to play a scheduled game due to COVID, it will be considered a forfeit. MLB is set to give trading card licensing to Fanatics. Its deal with Topps for the last 70 years is over, and Corey LaJoie is out for this week's Michigan race due to COVID. Back to you guys.